Leninism. Leninism is Marxism adapted to 20th century Russia. Lenin argued that a vanguard party of professional revolutionaries should lead the working class, guiding it toward communism. Leninism emphasized the need for a centralized, disciplined party to enforce communist ideals and manage the state until it withers away. Stalinism. Stalinism, an extension of Leninism, involved intense state control over the economy and society. Stalin advocated for rapid industrialization and collectivization, leading to a strong authoritarian state. Under Stalinism, communism included strict central planning, one-party rule, and suppression of dissent. Trotskyism. Trotskyism diverges from Stalinism, emphasizing permanent revolution rather than socialism in one country. Trotsky argued that true socialism could only be achieved through an international revolution, fearing that isolated socialist states would eventually become bureaucratic and authoritarian. Titoism. Titoism is a form of communism practiced in Yugoslavia, stressing a balance between Soviet influence and local autonomy. Tito promoted self-management, where workers directly managed production and decision-making. It allowed more economic and political independence compared to the USSR. Eurocommunism. Eurocommunism sought to adapt communist principles to fit within a democratic, multi-party system, distancing itself from Soviet influence. It aimed for socialism through democratic means, integrating communism into a pluralistic parliamentary framework without revolutionary overthrow. Council communism. Council communists argue that power should lie with workers' councils rather than a centralized party. Council communism opposes authoritarian structures, advocating for a decentralized, self-governing society where workers control production and political decisions. Anarcho-communism. Anarcho-communism combines communism with anarchism, opposing both the state and capitalism. It calls for a stateless society based on voluntary cooperation, mutual aid, and direct democracy, where goods are freely distributed according to need. Christian communism. Christian communism interprets the teachings of Jesus Christ as advocating for a communal society with shared wealth and resources. It rejects the accumulation of private wealth and seeks a society based on equality, compassion, and the welfare of all. Luxembourgism emphasizes mass democracy and opposes authoritarianism within the socialist movement. It stresses the importance of mass strike and popular support rather than a vanguard party, envisioning socialism through a more grassroots approach. Marxism. Marxism is an economically far-left and culturally progressive ideology and political philosophy that is based on the analysis and ideology of Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, and looks to achieve a communist, stateless, classless, moneyless society. According to Marx and Engels, in a communist society, nationality, family, private property, commodities, division of labor, cities and countryside, religion, ideology, and markets would be abolished or become obsolete and fade away. Maoism, a variant of communism developed by Mao Zedong, emphasizing peasant-led revolution, continuous class struggle, and self-reliance. It was the guiding ideology during Mao's rule. Juche, North Korea's official state ideology developed by Kim Il-sung, emphasizes self-reliance, independence, and sovereignty in political, economic, and military matters. It promotes the idea that North Korea should be self-sufficient and resist foreign influence. Communalism. Communalism is an ideology that wants the complete collectivization of all property, private or personal. This means that all that can be shared will be shared, even the toothbrushes. Communism. Communism is a social and economic ideology where resources and means of production are collectively owned by the community. In a communist society, there is no private ownership, and goods and services are distributed based on each person's needs. And the communism has only one belief: the destruction of capitalism within the nation and the eventual creation of a communist society.